Hey everybody, welcome back to J&V Rock Cannon. I'm Jay.
I'm V. What? And this is Butters. What?
What?
He's pestering me all morning.
I have not.
All morning.
You're full of crap.
All morning.
Well, today's going to be a busy day. First, I'm going to do this video, this unboxing video. I might actually do another unboxing video because I've got, I'm going to do another unboxing video showing the stuff from Spencer. Did get a replacement box, but it still was damaged. Don't know, haven't even opened it yet, so I'm going to do that on video. Probably get the stuff that I got from the other box and try to show. So far, from what I looked at in the first, well, I'm not going to. I'll talk about that in that other video. Anyway, so I got sunken chest treasure hunting. Kris, my buddy over there in South Dakota, he sent me a box, and I'm not even opened it up yet, and I am excited to open this thing up and get into it, and figured I'd do an unboxing video and show this stuff because, Lord, you guys, I don't know if any of you have watched, how many of you watch his channel. He's got a relatively newer channel, but I don't know, he posts a lot of like community posts and stuff like that, but he hasn't made too many videos, but they've been good. And he's done hunt with Wayward Woodward, and he's also done recently, he just did a video hunt with the Jensen's Adventures, Matt and I can't remember her name, his wife's name, but yeah, he's got a good channel going. He's been pretty busy lately, so anyways, he sent me a box, and I'm going to send him a box back and show you what he sent me. So
we were just telling Jeff, I said, we need to, speaking of Kris, I thought I was laughing. I was laughing. And I said, well, we got to get this box ready for Kris. She's da-da-da-da, and it's been a while, and Jeff keeps saying, well, I've got to put more stuff in it. I've got more stuff, so I've been just waiting on him. Anyway, so he's like, I said, he's like, okay, there's Kris here with a C, and there's Kris here with a K, and there's a Kris here with a C, and Kris. I said,
so
too many Krises.
I've got a box going out to Kris Snyder Anderson. I've got a box that I'm doing a rock trade with Kris of Wyoming Stone Ranger. We've got Kris Rufus Rooted Rockhound. And then we've got Kris Sunken Chest Treasure Hunting. And then, was there another one? I think there was another one.
There was like 5 or 6
Oh,
Krises.
Yeah. Oh, I did a trade with, I bought some stuff from AE Rocks. His name was Kris also. Kris Benz. B-I-N-Z, or I don't know how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Benz, or whatever. I got a bunch of the Missouri lace, druzy, stuff to cut, and cab. Actually, he sent 2 boxes, but one of the boxes got lost by our wonderful PO system, and I'm PO'd by the PO office.
Okay.
That didn't even make sense. PO
no,
office.
No, it didn't, but it's...
By the P office. Because PO stands for post office, so I said PO office. So that's basically saying post office office.
You're saying poo.
Yeah, they are poo.
Jeff.
They are. Without being too frank and saying it directly and bluntly,
okay.
Our postal system sucks.
Jeff.
Imagine what I was thinking. It wouldn't be hard. Okay, what?
Proceed.
You don't agree?
I'm not saying
Are you trying to defend?
I'm not. You're going to make me argue with you today.
What are you doing, girl?
There's good points and bad points. But I gotta go to the store. So.
Okay. I'm gonna get this turned around and get it showing.
I'm being attacked by a dog. Dog's tail.
Oh, that went right up my nose hole. Ah.
She gets you all the time. Alright, guys. We'll see. We'll talk to y'all soon. Or he's going to finish the video. I gotta go get some Dob sticks. Or Dob stops, as I called them a while ago.
Yeah, she said Dob stops.
Alright. We'll
Dop.
see you. Okay.
D-O-P, Dop sticks. Oh, I'm dropping her. I'm dropping her.
Well, she don't got far to go.
All right, guys, let me get this turned around and show you guys. All right, let me get this box opened up. My knife has seen better days. I need to sharpen it. You wouldn't know by the shape of it, but I actually am fairly efficient at sharpening knives. I have been known to lay a razor sharp edge on a blade where I can sit and shave the daggum. People used to come to me and I would have my arm bare of hair because I would, after I'd get done, I'd sit there and that's how I always tested it. I would shave the hair on my arm. This one's not, it's not that it's dull. It's I use it for cutting boxes and stuff in the truck, and so it's got tape gunk on it. So now I know like basically one thing that's in this box. That's basically all I know that's in it. So I don't see any kind of paper. So I don't know if he's got any like specific instructions how he wanted me to do it, or I don't know if he's labeled stuff. Not that I'll need labels too much with most of it probably, but let's just do this one. Oh, he's got them bagged on top of the paper. Is that bubble gums? Or is that the, let me zoom in, hold on. Like little black bubble gum agates. I heard them talking about black agates or something, but I don't know if those are different. See some forks in there. That's cool. That's really cool. I want to get on some dogs here in a minute. Put these, man, put them back in there as I show them. That definitely is bubble gum, because it looks like a wad up piece of chewing gum. Oh Lord. Alright, sorry about that. Rocky was in there pestering the time out of a little bit. A little bit's too old for that. I don't know if it'd be good to really get these wet or not. I guess I could spritz one of them, see how it looks, see if it's any better. I mean, I think they're cool just the way they are. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I don't know if I want to tumble them or not. Because I don't want to lose the way they look on the outside. Because look how cool that is. I wish I could find stuff like that. Yeah, I understand that the Fairburns are what everybody up there is after. But I don't care, man. These things right here are cool. And the prairie agates are cool, in my opinion. I guess it's, if you don't live there and it's something you can't get, look at that. That is just too cool. I've got some stuff in my truck that I got from Kyle through, Kris. Those little bags and stuff that he was selling, the mysteries and whatever. And I keep, I was going to do like little videos on the road showing that stuff. Oh, there's a tiny one. Watch my fingers start shaking. I don't know. These things are cool. Definitely looks like a wad up piece of chewing gum. So this is probably one that just like this. See where the white is mixed with the black? So the white was probably right through here and it came out and just left the black. I bet you. That's cool. Well, that was a awesome first thing to get into. Oh, Lord. Man. Tell you what. Many of you have heard me say that I love the dry heads and Bear Canyons and Teepee Canyon because it's and Kentucky's much the same way in the way they're formed and stuff, and the coloration they get. They have good contrast in them, and that's why I like these agates. So don't think there's anything on the other side of this. Maybe a little bit trying to show right there. Yeah, that's awesome. I might try to trim this a little bit so that it'll sit maybe flat. And then maybe grind it down and make that smooth and rounded. I don't know. Let's set this to the side. Just going from the top and working my way down here. Sure, this is like a whole nodule, partial nodule. Yeah. I wonder if I should try and soak this in acid. Oof. Sometimes those little pockets can be just so awesome. Same way with Kentuckies. Like a little wee pocket right there. I can't get close enough with that being on the edge like that. It'll take some work to flatten that out unless I just try to trim it with the saw, but I don't want to take a chance of losing any of that face really. Yeah, that'll take a while. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to maybe experiment a little bit and see if I can get, I think that might be calcite. If I dip that in acid, expose that face and the banding a little bit better. Yep. I'll have to do it. There's a whole bag of stuff here. pour these out, and then I can put them back in this bag. Shoot, that looks like a carnelian. I don't know what else you would call that. That's carnelian. I didn't know you found this stuff out there, Kris. Can't go wrong with carnelians. There's a nice prairie. That might be too big to tumble, well, at least with the tumblers that I currently have. But I don't think I would want to cut this. Like watching Theo Kelson's videos where he cuts some, the prairie agates never cut the way you'd expect them. You know, they never look on the inside what you expect them to look like, how they look on the outside and stuff. That'd be a good tumbler. That's a really cool pattern. Yeah. Kris, if you're watching this, you can always send me them things. You don't have to just toss them back down. I have to get that one lit. That's cool. I just picked up a rock somewhat similar to that in Texas. Looks like a big bubble gum. That one might be a good one to tumble. See how it turns out. They're so cool. I might have to cut. I don't know. I could cut that one. Guess this is another prairie. A fragment of one at least. That'd be a good tumbler. That's a pretty good one. Look at the layers in that thing, man. Oh, that one's just too cool. It's like a pillar prairie. I might have to make that one a pocket rock. I like that one just the way it is, and it feels good and slick and waxy. I like that one. It's like a big, huge bubble gum. Pocket. Another pocket. Pocket. My pocket. I'll show them now. Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. That's a huge one. For a bubble gum. That's really big. I don't know how big they get, but that one's about as big as I've seen. Yeah, I'm putting this one to the side. Not like the rest of them are going anywhere, but yeah, that one's gonna go in my pocket. Another bag. Let's take this, set it over here. Take this, set it over here. Take this, set it over here. And then I can start putting stuff back in here for now. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, there's some pretty stuff in there. I guess this looks like it's probably signers. Signs, signs, everywhere signs. Yep. That's cool. Now, how can you even let stuff like this go? I mean, I guess if you've got like hundreds, thousands of these things sitting around your house and stuff like that, but I think he said in conversation with him, I think he said he doesn't have any because he either sells them or gives them all away. Like all my Kentuckys, I've given a lot of them away, but that's stuff I bought. If I find any, I'm not getting rid of those. But then again, I can't find Kentuckys, but you know, I have not found a Kentucky yet. So I have found geodes with some banding in it, but not technically Kentucky agate. You know, this was a geode, but that's agate. Sneak peek at another video. This one might be one to cut. Yeah. See, there's color showing through that, but it doesn't look like it's that deep, so. But the whole rock looks pretty waxy. So that might be a good one to cut right down the middle of this. See how that turns out. There's some pattern. There's a little bit trying to show through right there, like two eyes. right there. I don't know if I'd want to cut this one or try to, oh, there's some right there too. The light reflection is kind of making that one hard to see. That is hard to see. Oh, there we go. That's pretty. Yeah, that'd be hard to cut then, with the window right here. A little bit of pattern showing right here, and a little bit over here. Because like I would want to cut it through here, but that'd be going right through the middle of that window. So basically, the best thing to do with this might be just to kind of grind down and do like a kind of a weird all around polish, except for this side. Yeah, that's pretty though. This thing is definitely agate. It looks like limonite on it. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, guys. Alright, Vicky called me. Let me get back to where I was at here. She's trying to find, we can't figure out where we put the dowel rods that we bought for dop sticks. So she's trying to find some. So this was the one I was showing when she called. So far I'm thinking this might be a cutter. It's color, but I'm not really seeing any defined banding on that. But that is a very, very interesting rock. So that's definitely, from what I can see, definitely going to be a cutter. Just make sure I didn't miss any windows that show good pattern. Yep. Cutter. Let's look at this other big one. That looks like petwood at a glance. Oh, there's Yeah, I don't know if this is the black agate. Look at that pattern. Well, I'm gonna have to I don't know why I'm putting this stuff back in bags. I'm gonna have to lay this stuff out so I can hit with UV. Because I bet you that one right there is gonna be pretty cool in the UV. Sounds like it started pouring rain out. Cool little pocket. That's a cool rock. I would be very tickled to find this. So the top part, and I would say the bottom part, looks like that on the inside, which is kind of a smoky, plumy almost chalcedony. And then there's a center seam running around it with agate banding and stuff. Is there anything on the ends? Oh, there's a little pocket right there, ain't there? Yeah, I don't think I'll cut that one. Because I would have to cut right through the middle of that. That might be one just try to do a rounded all the way around face polish. That'd be some work on that cab machine. Gotta get my flat lap up and running. There's a little signer. So this, I don't know if this would be what he calls the agate and jasper. Pretty cool. Just one little pocket there with a little bit of agate. When you get close and look at that banding, it's pretty. And look at the bots. Yep. Now let's look at these two little signers. These things are cool. Look how translucent that is. It almost looks purple. Is that amethyst? Or is it just color in the banding seeping through and making the clear quartz look that color? Pretty cool little chip. Little piece of candy. I'll put these directly on my little display in there. These don't even need to be wet. They're just cool the way they are, all waxy and shiny. The dream is to find one that looks like that in the inside hole. That's what the dream is, I suppose. Alright, let me just dump that back out. Because I still got more to look at, but I want to start setting this stuff up. I doubt these are here. I don't know, they might UV some. Alright, let's see. Oh wow. There's a bunch of little chippy signers. Grab this for a minute. A little squirt down. Now, are these TP Canyon? Or is this Hills Fairburn? What's the difference if it's one or the other? Like this and this, I would think, even maybe that I thought would be kind of like TP or something. A lot of pattern in there. See, I didn't know. I guess I've heard only Kris say stuff like this was like Hills Fairburn. But it looked to me like it was TP Canyon. So I don't know if there's a difference or if that's what locals call TP material. Still Hills Fairburn maybe. All I know is it's some pretty stuff. I'd like to get some whole pieces of this and cut. I mean, coloration, everything else, very similar to dry head except for the matrix. I don't know how far the dry head location is from TP. Look at those little eyes poking through that matrix. That's cool. That piece of some kind of shell. Huh. Look at that. Gorgeous stuff. Just wonder if I try to do like I gotta almost cab something like that. Try to make a pendant out of one of these. I bet you a bunch of this is from that one video he did not that long ago where he was picking up all them pieces left and right. He was finding them left and right. Shame they got all busted up like that. Chip. Get up, man. Spot that wasn't wet was the part that had the pattern. I might have to play with a little bit of these on the wheels. Try to smooth down some of the pointed edges and make them show better. Try to see how it turns out. A bunch of these little chips in here. That one might be kind of cool to just do kind of a flat polish on all three sides right there. Smooth this side down and then where it maybe will sit. That'd be kind of cool. That quartz almost looks like rose quartz. Yeah. Some cool stuff, man. Kris, you're awesome. I still got 2 more bags of stuff that's all wrapped up to go through. Speed up a little bit on these little chips. Man, can't help but want to look at them close. They are cool. Yummy. That's a pretty one. Another little piece of shell. break. Yeah, it's a shame these things are all broke up like this. But that's how Kentuckies are too. They're so fractured. Pretty little pieces. That might be going to ground on. Pretty. All right, let's see. Next. I'll figure out how to get the tape off of it. These must be pretty good if he's going taped up and wrapped up like that. Hmm. I wonder how many. It's almost like it would be a puzzle. How many of these little chips might have come off or something like that? Hmm. Pretty stuff. We have this one wrapped in black and paper towel. What could this one be? pattern from here all the way over. Might have to try to cut some of this off on the back side. Free that up and maybe try to polish this on both sides. Yep. It'd definitely be worth kind of freeing that out of there, in my opinion. That's not so tough. Pretty. Ooh, that's got a pretty face to it. Let's start right here. Ready for it? Look at that face. Oof. Oof. That's an oofer. King Oof Baholio has spoken. Can anybody say screenshot? Can anybody say thumbnail? Yeah, I think that right there might be the thumbnail. Look how little that is. Man, that's pretty. Mm-hmm. I don't know if any of us gonna beat that for that face. There's 3 little chips in this one. Little pieces of agate candy. Yum yum. Two pieces in this one. Almost done. Oop. It's cool. Bots. Bot hole. All right. Last little bag. There's 4 back things in this one. Let's save that one for last. Two pieces of something in this one. This must be that black agate. I only need to get this wet. Cool. I think I will. A little bit of water on that end right there. More of the black. It's pretty translucent right there. And there's black along the edges. Yep. God, this is gonna be a long video. Oh, this one's almost a whole nodule at. So this one might be a good one to cut. You got holes all the way around. I could probably cut right beside this and come right through there. Avoiding that window. Try to avoid that little patch of window. And that little patch of window. Or Yeah, I think I'll cut that one. Mmm. Mmm. I was not expecting to see this. I've never seen something like that. What is that? That is so cool how smooth that is. It's just straight chalcedony. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's going to be sitting on the shelf. But if you've got a specific name for whatever this is, please let me know. Nice pop pocket. Did you find this like this, or has this actually been tumbled? Because this thing is so smooth. I'm filling up the rock. That is pretty cool. I like it. All right. Time for beast mode. UV beast. V3 365. Hold on. I gotta turn off the lights. All right, here we go. Probably gonna zoom in just a hair. Look. Prairie agates have a little bit. A lot of surface stuff on this. Nothing crazy about those. Some of these chips, that outer husk has a orange glow to it. I bet that white is going to be crazy phosphorescent. Yep. I got too much light seeping in. Look at that thing. Holy crap. No phosphorescence, but man. You can see like different shades of green in that. Or like 3 different shades of green right there. Top is a darker green, then like a lime green, and then almost a yellowish green in the middle. Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. The carnelian's got a little bit of a glow to it. I'm really seeing a whole lot with some of those. I almost got a pink on that one bubble gum. That one's got a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. I gotta move some stuff because there's stuff that's really the other one don't really show at all. Of course, that white stuff, calcite base probably, definitely has the phosphorescence. Gotta love my Uper lights. Okay, hold on, guys. Vicky went to the store to try to find dot sticks. That's all she was calling, because the first place she went, she couldn't find them. So, you got me for the end here. Kris, I appreciate you, bud. And if you guys, any of you haven't subscribed to him yet, go check him out. Sunken Chest Treasure Hunting. He's out of South Dakota. Find some, as you see, some awesome stuff. He's, found some nice Fairburns every now and then. So, but yeah, all that stuff there is awesome too. I can't afford the actual Fairburn, nice Jimmy Fairburn. So I've got some so-so ones that I've picked up from some people here and there. I've got a couple of the Hills Fairburns already. Small pieces, nothing too big, nothing too great. Yeah, maybe one day I'll save up and buy one for my collection. But yeah, so Kris, if you find one and you want to sell it and it's a reasonable price, holler at me. Maybe I'll buy it. Anyways, hey, let me know what you think about this stuff. I want to say my favorite things in this whole thing. This was one. The thing is super cool. I really like the face on this whole thing. You'll see that on the thumbnail. Those little black and, tan, black, mostly bubble gums. Those things are super cool. This little prairie agate right here, and this one I set off to the side. I'm going to put this one in my pocket. But I've got several things that I'm going to work on some of those, the TP or the Fairburn and Jasper or whatever, however he calls them. I'm going to try to face polish some of that stuff, try to work on it. Cut a couple things. There's several things that I want to cut. Definitely want to cut this thing here. Didn't really have any window, any kind of pattern on the outside. I definitely want to cut that one. Face polish that one. Maybe cut this one or face polish all the way around it. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. I'm Jay. V's not home yet, and we got several other videos we're going to try to get done today. I want to get on the wheels. She's going to get on the wheels. We're going to be doing some stuff. I got a cab to finish. We'll catch you later, guys. This is probably going to be Wednesday premiere. I guess you guys are seeing it Wednesday already. And this is the end of it.